Warning, warning, warning! Today's episode is filled with extreme awesomeness. Did you not hear? AMD is finally competing with fast DDR speeds, DDR5 8000 on AM5. But Chris, do I need DDR5 8000 on my Zen 4 processor? Why yes, little Timmy, you need DDR5 8000 to compete. Everybody knows if you have 8,000 mega transfers per second on your RAM, your penis is this much longer. And we all know 9 out of 10 doctors that know nothing of this product agree that you need DDR5 8000 on every platform for the big penis. So what are you doing? Why aren't you buying right now? Affiliate links in the video description. Buy, 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 buy. Everybody knows this is what you need. It's the most amazing thing that's happened to PC gaming probably this week. We got nothing else to talk about, but DDR5 8000 AM5. Bah! Some side effects of DDR5 8000 on the AM5 platform include, but are not limited to, loss of performance, confirmation of small penis, a lack of willingness to actually compete, virginity confirmation, extremely high RAM temperatures, need for expensive third-party RAM sinks. Please consult your doctor before using DDR5 8000 on your AM5 platform to see if it's right for you. Hello everyone and welcome to The Good Old Gamer. Hope you enjoyed the intro there, had a lot of fun making that. If you guys saw yesterday's live stream, you're already going to be well aware of this information, but I wanted to go ahead and make a dedicated video on this as this is a big topic that had come out this week where AM5 with its new Giza update can now run DDR5 8000. Well, guess what? That piqued my interest, and I went out and picked up a 7800X3D. Figured now's a good time. Let's go ahead and check this out. But it didn't take long for me to figure out exactly what was going on. Now, after talking to some of my members in my own Discord, they thought that this was going to be the next big thing because that's what the media is making it out to be. In fact, it's just a very slow news week, and AMD finally learned what Gear 4 is. If you're an Intel user, you're going to be very familiar with that, as what this does is just cut your memory controller in half and allows for higher clock speeds. And congratulations, AMD, you figured out something that Intel's had forever, even on DDR4 with Rocket Lake, with Gear 1 and 2. This would be considered Gear 2. So effectively what they're doing is just cutting the memory controller speeds in half, which you can see in this image right here. You can see that he's running 7800 DDR5 on a 7950X, you know, Chad tier, except he's using Pleb tier 32 gigs of memory. Obviously, if you're gonna buy DDR5 8000, you get the 48 gig kit. Affiliate links are down below. That is what Chad would buy. Only plebs buy 32 gigs anymore. Anyways, moving on from the sarcasm, so you can see that obviously this is working, that's a real thing, but if we take a look at his memory controller, we see it's running at 1950 megahertz. That is half the rate that it should be running at. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at my system, which is running DDR5 6400, that's running a memory clock of 3200 megahertz, which is significantly faster. And overall, what you do see on the same slide as before is the memory latency is absolute dog shit. You also don't gain really any memory bandwidth either. Slightly beats out my DDR5 6400. So I wanted to make this kind of a fun video because there's not a lot here other than to say, if you weren't aware, this is a big, fat, nothing burger. There's nothing here that any PC gamer should be interested in. This is for hardware nerds that just want to push DRAM a little faster on AM5. Why? It doesn't, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's going to actually degrade performance in most scenarios. If you tune up good dual rank MDI sticks, which I have linked down below, which is what I'm using, 64 gigs of RAM, by the way. That's what the real Chad uses. Pisses all over those 48 gig wannabes. You get the 64 gigs of MDI for less money. It's going to perform faster. And yeah, I mean, where's the downside? You get more RAM. It's going to perform better in your games and it's cheaper. So that's what you actually buy. Now, what's more interesting is my experience with the Ryzen 7 7800X3D. So I ran it through my typical benchmark suite, and we're going to be taking a look at that in the next video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do so now. this performs way different than I was anticipating. I was very much looking forward to this guy, and the results do not disappoint. Definitely different than I was anticipating, which is great. I like to learn new things. So I can't wait to share that with you guys. I want to finish that up, finish up the testing. But yeah, so that'll be in the next video. I just wanted to put this out there. If you were looking at buying, you know, one of these kits of memory, I mean, you can. Affiliate links are down below. Don't let me stop you if you're determined, but don't expect better performance. All you're going to get is a higher number. Which, if that makes you feel good, that's great. You know, more power to you. Have fun. But for everybody else who actually wants to get the best RAM for their AM5 platform, well, I have that in there as well. That's what you should be getting. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out there so this way you guys know that this is not a real thing. I mean, it is a real thing. It's just not important. If you're a PC gamer, you keep your memory clock at 1-to-1 and you push it as hard as you can, and then that's it. You know, that's where you end. I will go ahead and say it is also worth tuning on the 7800X 3D. That is something that I had found out, and we'll share more in the next video. But regardless of what Zen 4 CPU you're using, you want to get the dual rank M die. It will max out your IMC, the internal memory controller, at 1-to-1, and that's going to get you the overall best performance here today. So, alrighty guys, just want to put this out there, kind of a PSA, fun video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, share this around, and yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I look forward to catching you guys in the next video.